Hi all, welcome back. So we're doing another reading, this time for my friend Mike. Mac Daddy Mike. And he has given some very specific instructions on what he wants. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated. So we're gonna do one card for his mind, one card for being, and one card for body. Just as a point of not making the video too long, because the last one I did ended up being like 15 minutes long for just one card. So I'm gonna do one card. I'll just do 3 cards, and yeah, we'll just see. We'll see what it's for. Mind, body, being. Well, okay. One card for the next 3 days for the mind, body, and being. And then a bonus one for all together as the perfect trifecta. Okay. See, there is not a lot of preparation happening. This is very just like winging it, just kind of diving in, jumping in, which I think is why it makes it so fun and flowy and magical, because it's just that point of like diving in. You just trust what's here in the moment. Just be in the moment. Don't let anything get in the way of just you expressing. You know what I mean? So, for Mike, we're picking a card for his mind, his relationship to his mind. Let's go over here. Okay. Okay. So it says, Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. I think this was like one of my first cards I ever got. I think it is. It was the first card I pulled in my project. Okay, so this is the mind point. So what came up was the word balance. Was like, there is this point of balance in terms of, you got like the both points playing out, the duality and the polarity, the positive, the negative, but there's room for both. It's like a spacious point of like both exist, you know? The first point that did come up when I saw this card was this, which is, it was spacious. And it was just like that point of having room to explore and room to just like see what's here, you know? It's like that point of like opening up to, you know, it's like open mind, I guess, and open-mindedness, you know? It's like a point of not having clutter, not having things in the way of being able to see the space that's actually here. So yeah, it's an open-minded point, but then it also is like there's this duality point of like an acceptance of playing with both points, you know? There's not like a right or wrong, black and white, you know, positive, negative per se. It's just like an aspect of a spectrum that you can exist within. You can go dark, you can go light, you can have fun with all of everything in between. So that's what's coming up for this. And it's that point of trust too. Your guidance is divinely guided. It's like trusting yourself to just like be here and express without any judgment, which you for sure do. And just like allowing yourself to just be, you know? It's like that's the freedom point, you know? It's like ultimate freedom in being able to just express. There's no hesitation, there's no holding back, there's no point of like, should I say this or shouldn't I say this? It's just diving in, going for it, no judgment, no fear, no shame, you know? Just like speak, you know? Speak your mind. It's that point of just like speaking your mind. So that's awesome. That was quick, so I'm going to do the next one. Body. So this is Break the Chain, Ancestral Patterns, Healing, Rewriting the Future. So it's that point of coming out of the cave, kind of coming out of the darkness, coming out of the dark ages. It's like there's this point of like physical limitation. I don't know if you can relate to that. It's like there's a physical limitation that you can break through. So I don't know if there's like an ancestral pattern, like maybe there's a genetic like lineage thing where it's like, oh, it runs in the family type stuff that maybe you're dealing with in the body. I've been looking at this point of like the potential of the physical body in terms of like the foundational aspects of the body being the atoms and the molecules and how they are so malleable, and the ability we have to heal based on who we are and frequency and vibration and sound. And just looking at like the potential of the physical body is fucking vast, and we've like made it such a limited thing, you know, like the malleability, that's the word, malleability of the physical body is like fucking intense. Like it is like there's so much potential in terms of how we're able to form our physical bodies based on who we are. So maybe look at if there's a point of like limitation, if you're like having a point of limitation in relation to your physical body. Is there something going on in the body? I'm just seeing if I'm like noticing any pains or any points in my body that maybe are coming up. No. Well, I want to say like here, the ribs maybe? No, it was on this side, the left side. That came up and I like judged it immediately, so I don't know if that's anything, but it's like this point, the ribs point. Yeah. Anyways, break the chains, ancestral pattern, healing, rewriting the future. Yeah, it's just that point of like, where is there still a limitation on the ideas of what your physical body is capable of, you know, and where are you still maybe having limited ideas or beliefs in relation to it, and where can you expand within your understanding and your relationship with your physical body. It could even be like a communication point, you know, like are you communicating with your body to the, you know, its utmost potential? Like, is your body communicating something to you? Is your body like saying, hey, hey, hey? Is there like a resurfacing or like a pattern of, yeah, patterns of like, of something that keeps happening that you keep experiencing in the physical body? Is there like a point that keeps coming up that maybe the body is looking to communicate to you about? Yeah. Okay, so hopefully that relates to you. We're 8 minutes. I'm going to do the third one. Mind, body, being. Okay, that was body, so we're going to do being now. Being, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change in the beingness? So the beingness for me, and you probably, you know, it's like, you probably understand this, but just for people watching, the beingness is like the soul point, or the who I am. It's that point of the presence, it's that point of the awareness, it's the point of who I am. So when I say beingness, I understand it as the I am, the who I am. So align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So is there a point of like suppression or denial of like a beingness point coming up? Like there's a point coming up within you that you really want to do or experience or express, but you're not honoring yourself, you're not listening to yourself. There's like this like discord happening, or there's this like you're not hearing, you're not lining up, you're not falling in line, you're not like following the lead of your beingness. It's like the beingness like wanting to kind of step in and like kind of, you know, move forward and take the lead in a way. It's like, well, but like, you know, holding hands with you, you know, like obviously you are your beingness, but in terms of like really allowing the beingness to step forth in its full expression within you, is there something that you're still maybe holding back on that you're not like honoring or hearing the beingness is like wanting, like something that's like being impulse to you to do or to express, but you're not yet like fully integrating it or allowing it because there's still like maybe a deeper programmed fear on why you can't step into it fully. What is not aligned or needs to change? Yeah, so just like, is it a location point? Is it like where you are? Is there like, are you being called to be somewhere else? Yeah, align your life. It's like lining things up, like getting things in order. What is not in order? What still needs to be organized? What still needs to have like direction, be given direction, you know? But it's like the beingness. So maybe even just like deeper stuff too within you, not like a physical externalization of anything that needs like more order. There's a blue jay hanging outside my window. When I started this card, he hopped on the fence, and then he's gone now, but he was just bopping around. So I don't know if that's significant to you at all. But yeah, that's the point of beingness. It's like there's just some scatteredness still happening on the like deeper levels, you know? And maybe that is like the programmed fear, you know? It's like still kind of like refracted. Is that a word? Refracted? Fractionalized, is that a word? I don't know, I'm just making shit up as I go. There's still just like a disconnect, you know, like not quite completely aligned, not quite completely locked in, you know. Can you relate to that? I hope you can. Okay, we'll do one last card to amalgamate them all. And I'll give one more shuffle for, I don't know how you put this. It was like a one and equal interconnected relationship, mind, body, being. It's like the wholeness of the being. It's like that it's like the Holy Trinity, right? Mind, body, being. Okay, for Mike. It says Mintaken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So again, it's like that location point. Is there like a call for you to be somewhere physically, like a different location? Have you been home in a while? Have you visited the family in a while? Or is it like a point of like still longing and looking for your group of people, like your core people? Or is it like, it could even be like a point of like seeing a potential and it's not yet coming into fruition. It's not yet here. It's not yet ready. It's not yet manifested in the way you would like it to be. And so there's maybe some impatience there. But like, it's like a point of like, you know who you are and you know what you're doing and you know where you're going and you know what you want to create, but there still is like a point of longing. It's a point of like missing. It's a point of, there's just this little tiny just like discrepancy in terms of like your experience where there is this point of like need, you know? So what is it that you're needing? What is it that you're needing? What do you need? What is it that you need? And give that to yourself, you know, like honor those points within you, you know, like those incessant thoughts that we have, or like points that come up of like, I really need to do this, I really need to give myself this, I really need to have this experience. Like listening to those points, honoring yourself, you know, honor yourself in all facets, like whatever it is, emotionally, physically, mentally, like honor yourself, hear yourself, listen to yourself when it says this is what I need, you know, and like give it the benefit of the doubt. There's a blue jay again. Like give it the benefit of the doubt, hear it out and go for it, you know, because you might be surprised within that what it is like you actually need to like make the next step. Like it's like getting ready to be ready for what it is that you're wanting to create and prepare for and like manifest. But it's like you have to take certain steps before you get there. You know, you have to be ready to receive what it is that you're asking for, if that makes sense. I hope. Can you tell there's like this a little bit of like intimidation and insecurity in this reading? I'm like, but also like it's a point of trust. I'm just diving in and I'm just expressing what's here. And who knows if it resonates with you. I hope so. I hope it's something you can relate to and work with. And I would love, love, love to hear if there's any points that are specific for you that come up, Mike. Otherwise, if anyone else is listening and this resonates with you, then it's very much for you also. You know, take what you can from whatever you hear. If it's something that resonates and you can relate to, good, use it. You know what I mean? Like, anything can be a point of support for you. So that's it. That's your reading, Mike. Thanks for being my number 2 guinea pig and for being such an awesome support in my oracle training process. If you want a reading, anyone else, please let me know. I'm happy to do them as I'm getting to know myself and the deck and this whole application. I don't know why I'm shuffling. And yeah, Mike, definitely looking forward to any points you have to share from this. And yeah, we'll be back with the next one. So thanks guys for walking with. See you next time.